Time for another update on the WorkBee CNC router project. Let me tell you where I'm at. So I am just about ready to actually dig into the real wiring up of the electronics. But before I do that, let me show you what I did. First thing, I now have a dust shoe. So I did the magnetic dust shoe thing. I used rare earth magnets. I 3D printed up a little bracket, have it hung on to the bottom of the router with a hose clamp, and this thing just snaps up here magnetically, holds in place, and I think it's going to work pretty good, but we'll see when I actually get into cutting something. We'll see how well it works. So there's the dust shoe, and if you're interested in that design, let me know. I can send you a link to the Fusion 360 files, and you can work on it. Maybe you can improve it, whatever, but I hope to be trying that very soon. So we have the dust shoe. Second thing, I have the ClearPath servos installed, and I have real high expectations for these things. These things ought to be awesome. Can't wait to get them hooked up. So we have those on all 4 axes. And yeah, these I believe are the smallest servos they sell, but they will, I am sure they're going to kick butt on this router. So wiring, yeah. So fishing all these wires through here is not easy. Oh, I forgot to mention, I do have the limit switches hooked up. I have the limit switch installed down here for the Z-axis, right here for the X-axis, and then each of the Y-axes have their own limit switch. So there's one there and one over here. So the way the Centroid Acorn board works, the way I'm going to wire it up is the Z-axis, X-axis, and the Y1 axis. They're all going to be on one circuit. They will all use the, I think it's called the home all input. I can't remember. But all 3 of those axes are on one circuit. Then Y2 is on a separate input. And that's how you accommodate the automatic axis squaring with the Centroid Acorn software. We'll talk about that more when we get into the wiring of the cabinet. And yeah, back to the wiring. So fishing all the wires through these cable tracks, I actually forget what these things are called. But fishing the wires through these things is a little more challenging than I thought. It takes longer to do it than I was guessing. I wound up, especially this one, because I have a lot of cables that go through this one. Just took some time to snake all that stuff through there. It wasn't impossible, but it took longer than I thought. But I'm pretty happy. It looks pretty good. I have all those cables in there. They look nice. As far as the wiring underneath the table, so I popped most of the wires down through there, a few of the wires down through here. And if I can crawl down here underneath and show you what's going on. So I'm going to tuck this up there a little bit better, but you can see what it looks like underneath. Ran all the cables in one of those, I forget what they're called, cable tracks or cable trays or something like that. I'll show you. I have another one up top. I can show it to you. Then all the wires are coming out the front of the table base. So, yeah, it's this stuff. I bought this on eBay. I forget what it's called, but it's for, it's actually for inside of electrical enclosures. You can lay all the cables through it. The cables can pop out each one of these openings. It just makes a really nice job when you're making a cabinet. I wind up never using it when I'm making cabinets because I don't know. The last electrical enclosure I made was so consolidated I didn't have room for it. It was actually this one. everything was packed in here so tight. I didn't really have room for any of that stuff, so I just have the wires tucked in there, and it works just fine. It's a little messy, but I know what's going on, so it's good. The cabinet over here, I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, all the cables just come out the front, and I'm going to get them inside of this cabinet here, start wiring things up. Let's see, what else? Yeah, I guess that's about it for the status update. So, thanks for all of your tips and your suggestions. Appreciate it. Keep them coming. And stay tuned. The next couple of videos are going to be more about wiring up the cabinet, making these clear path motors turn, and hopefully I'll be cutting something here sooner rather than later. Okay, thanks for watching. Take care. So long.